Ladies and gentlemen, here we are looking at Jennifer Fitzgerald's election page with her endorsement list, and we see Pat Shuff's name is still on here. Today's September 2nd, 2016, almost a week after she claimed that she wanted Fitzgerald to remove her name. But you know what? This doesn't make any sense unless you understand that it makes perfect sense, and that is that the reason Pat Shuff is endorsing Jennifer Fitzgerald is because that's the only way that Pat Shuff's daughter, Sue Kopinski, can get the Ed Royce endorsement. See, ladies and gentlemen, this is all just a big game to these people. And what the reality is, ladies and gentlemen, is that these people are the ones who are selling us out. And these are the people who are playing the game. And what they run are candidates that are no threat to the power structure. And they keep the lid on things this way, folks. But what they're doing is they're all playing you for a fool, because Pat Shuff tells people on her Facebook page that she doesn't endorse Jennifer Fitzgerald, but does absolutely nothing. We have a grown woman, two grown women that can't communicate to say, get my name off your site. How about some demand to get her name off her site? No, none of that. It's just kabuki theater, folks. It's just talking out of both sides of your mouth, playing the game to go along, to get what you need. How does Ed Royce endorse somebody, Sue Kopinski, who has never spoken at a city council meeting in her entire life? How do we get a congressional endorsement for a candidate who's never even put out a public position on anything? You go online. There is nothing online about Sue Kopinski's position on any topic as it relates to Fullerton city government. On what qualifications was that decision made to endorse her? What was the reason Bruce Whitaker endorsed Pat Shuff's daughter? What was the reason Greg Seaborn's endorsed Pat's daughter? Well, it's called playing ball, folks. Ed Royce supports Bruce Whitaker. Ed Royce endorses Bruce Whitaker. Ed Royce endorses Jennifer Fitzgerald. Ed Royce endorses people who vote on opposite sides of the aisle, but they play the same game. I've gone into extensive detail as to how Bruce Whitaker operates and how, through his own version of political kabuki theater in Fullerton, he makes it seem like he's actually a conservative when, in fact, he's actually silent just long enough for things to get to the council to pass, because he knows that there's no way anyone's going to stop him, because it's a 3-2 majority, and no matter what he says or pontificates about, it's gonna pass anyway. So Bruce Whitaker is really nothing more than a ceremonial stooge on the council. And if I was in his position, if I was in the minority, and we were losing the votes all the time on issues that should be voted down, I would get way out in front of stuff and get enough people together to start swaying the council to either not pass these things or get enough people out there involved to make sure it never gets to the council for passage. Ladies and gentlemen, Bruce Whitaker has done no such thing. That's what Barry Levinson and I have been doing for years in Fullerton, and we've had a very successful track record of getting things stopped before they even get to this council, because we already know that Fitzgerald's going to pass all the bad stuff. And that's why Pat Shuff's name's on here, because she's playing ball, as well as all these other establishment stooges that have turned their backs on the children with respect to the wireless issue. It's all really just a big sick mess, ladies and gentlemen. But the duplicity is being exposed, and there's a lot of people that aren't happy with this. But that's just too darn bad, because the truth's going to stand on its own, folks, and we're showing it to you right here. Thank you. This is Joe Imbriano signing out.